we go. 3, 2, 1.
Boom! And welcome to Today, brought to you by Boss Shot Shells. I'm Jeff Stanfield with the world famous Andy Shaver, and today is my day.
18th.
18th. Person who died today. Someone that you are a big fan of his work, and you don't even know who he is, I bet you. He has won 35 Emmy Awards. He played football at Colorado College, where he majored in art history, was an all Rocky Mountain Conference football as running back. He was the 2002 Sports Executive of the Year. He also has received the Pete Rozelle Award. You have watched his work forever.
I've watched his work.
On September 18th, 2012, he died of brain cancer. The NFL paid tribute to his life and contributions to the league at a ceremony on February 12th, 2013 in Philly.
Jim Brown.
Nope. He was elected into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in class 2020.
The COVID year. Jim Thorpe.
Andy.
Jim Thorpe's my answer.
Jim
to
Thorpe
everything.
won the Pete Rozelle Award, huh?
Did he die early?
Yeah, he died at 60.
So no.
He was 60. He was married for over a decade to his first wife. He died on September 18th, 2012 of brain cancer. He was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor in March of 2011. He died at 69, a week after his father Ed's 96th birthday. He was, after he graduated college, he became a cameraman alongside his father, Ed, where his father got the filming rights to the 1962 NFL Championship game. You're never going to guess who it is, are you?
What's the family that records NFL football?
Bingo. Steve Sable.
Sable.
Yep. Steve Sable was born in Morristown, New Jersey, the son of filmmaker Ed Sable and art collector Audrey Sable. He attended Colorado College, blah, 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 blah. Steve Sable did NFL films. Very successful partnership with the NFL. You talk about striking the iron at the right place at the right time. He did do that. Okay. My person who was born today was on the greatest TV series of all time. And he was the main character, but he wasn't the best character on the show.
Jerry Seinfeld.
No. Do you think Seinfeld's the greatest series ever on TV?
Yeah.
That would fit the realm, because Seinfeld was the star of the show, but he wasn't the best character.
Right.
Cosmo was. But no, it's not it. This is a great series. This is a dramatic series. When someone says what's the greatest series to ever be on TV, this show always is one of the first ones everybody thinks of.
Sopranos.
Bingo.
Breaking Bad.
Sopranos. Who was the main character?
James Gandolfini.
Who was the best character?
Paulie.
Yes, everybody loves Paulie. Paulie Walnuts. Anyways, the person that was born today was James Gandolfini. Mr. Tony Soprano. Huh?
Okay.
Yep.
I thought you were going Paulie.
No, Gandolfini also was for his roles on Broadway in A Streetcar Named Desire, On the Waterfront, and Gods of Carnage. He must have been a hell of an actor. He won a Tony Award for the best actor in a play. He was also produced in war docuseries Alive Day Memories, Home from Iraq, and War Tom, as well as the HBO film Hemingway and Gellhorn. James Gandolfini was born in Westwood, New Jersey. His mother, Santa Nepina, was a high school food service worker who was born in the U.S. and raised in Naples. I'm assuming she worked in the cafeteria at the school. Father James Gandolfini Sr., born Giacomo Giuseppe Gandolfini, was an Italian immigrant for Borgo Valdeltaro, Parma, Emilio Romagna. God, I'd hate to have to spell my name, what town I lived in. Who came to the United States as a toddler, worked as a bricklayer and a cement mason, and later became the head custodian at Paramus Catholic High School. So mom worked at the school and dad worked at the school. James Sr. earned a Purple Heart in World War II and would often purchase car tires from a shop owned by Salvatore Travolta, the father of actor John Travolta. Small world. Their sons consequently become friends and would later co-star in 5 films. Gandolfino's parents were devout Catholics who spoke Italian at home. Due to the influence of his parents, he developed a strong Italian-American identity and regularly visited Italy. He had 2 sisters, Joanna and Leda. So anyways, after graduating from Rutgers and acting school, Gandolfini worked various jobs in Manhattan while acting in low-budget films. He made his Broadway theater debut in the production of a Streetcar Named Desire. His first film role was a 1989 New York University student film titled Eddie. One of his early major film roles was that of Virgil, a brutal mob enforcer in the romantic thriller True Romance. Gandolfini stated that one of his major inspirations for his character was an old friend of his who was a hitman. Despite disappointing box office numbers, Gandolfini's performances received critical praise. Gandolfini was subsequently cast as insurance salesman and Russian mobster Ben Pinkwater in the action film Terminal Velocity. I didn't know he was in that. In 1995, he played United States Navy Lieutenant Bobby Doherty in the submarine film Crimson Tide. In that same year, he played Bear, a bearded ex-stuntman with a southern accent in Get Shorty. The film, which was based on the book of the same name and directed by Barry Sonnenfeld, received positive critical reception. The cast received a Screen Actors Guild Award. In 1995, television writer and producer David Chase pitched the original idea for The Sopranos to networks such as Fox and CBS before HBO picked it up. The series revolved around Tony Soprano, had Stephen Van Zandt, Michael Rispoli in it. The show debuted in 1999 and was broadcast in 2000 until 2007, with Gandolfini playing Tony Soprano throughout all 6 seasons. The greatest TV series on TV ever, I think. Just like you named, it's the first one you said. Mm-hmm. So anyways, that's James Gandolfini, who was born today.
The Gabagool.
Yep. Great, great, great dude. Now, my event that happened today, I'm going to let you guess, but you're too young. I don't think that you're going to get this. And I don't even know that you've heard about it.
I'm full of surprises.
Okay. In September.
That is the month we're in.
Yes. Hold on, just a minute. I want to get down to the exact date. On September 18th, 1975, this lady was arrested in the San Francisco apartment for being a bank robber. Now, not only was she a bank robber, she was an urban guerrilla. They robbed banks. They were trying to right the wrongs of people. But there was a catch to this. She is a granddaughter of American publishing magnate. She come from the wealthiest families in the world. And she got kidnapped in 1974. 19 months. She was a fugitive and a hostage. You can't make this shit up.
Is it It's not Rockefeller?
No. This family had that kind of money though. On February 4th.
Getty?
Nope.
Paul Getty?
Nope. I'll give you. On February 4th, 1974, this lady was kidnapped from her Berkeley apartment. A small urban guerrilla left-wing group called the Symbionese Liberation Army claimed responsibility for the abduction and demanded the release of recently arrested SLA members Joe Romero and Russ Little. After the state refused to free the men, the SLA demanded that this girl's family distribute $70 worth of food to every needy Californian. An operation would have cost an estimated $400 million.
Wow.
In response, her father obtained a loan and arranged the immediate donation of $2 million worth of food to the poor of the San Francisco Bay Area for 1 year in a project called People in Need. After the distribution descended into chaos, the SLA refused to release this young lady. According to her testimony at the 76 trial, she was held for a week in a closed closet, blindfolded, with her hands tied. During this time, SLA founder Donald DeFreeze repeatedly threatened her with death. She was allowed to leave the closet for meals, still blindfolded, and begin to participate in the group's political discussions. She was given a flashlight for reading and SLA political tracts to memorize. She was confined in the closet for weeks, she said. DeVries told me that War Council had decided or was thinking about killing me or staying with them, and that I better start thinking about that as a possibility. I accommodated my thoughts to coincide with theirs. In April of 74, God dang it, claimed that she had been offered the choice of being released for joining the SLA.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Patty Hearst was her name.
Patty Hearst.
Her dad was a huge media empire mogul. Like, it would be like the Rupert Murdoch's family. It was all newspaper stuff, though. When asked for her decision, Hearst elected to remain and fight with SLA. The blindfold was removed, allowing her to see her captors for the first time. After this, she was given daily lessons on her duties, especially weapons drills. Angela Atwood told Hearst that the others wanted Hearst to share in their sexual freedom within the unit. Hearst later claimed to have been raped by William Wolfe and D. Freeze, two of the guys. On April 3rd, 1974, 2 months after she had been abducted, Hearst announced in an audio tape release to the media that she had joined the SLA and adopted the name Tanya, a tribute to Che Guerrero's comrade Tamara Bunk. On April 15th, Hearst was recorded on surveillance video wielding an M1 carbine while robbing the Sunset District branch of the Hibernia Bank in San Francisco. Hearst identified her pseudonym for Tanya, yelled, "I'm Tanya," up against the wall, MFers. 2 men entered the bank while the robbery was occurring and were shot and wounded by the SLA. So this lady started robbing banks, and she was on the run for 2 years almost, robbing banks with them. Anyway, she ended up getting arrested. Once she got arrested, she really didn't she tried to play it off a little bit, but then she said that she felt free and strong, and I send my greetings and love to all my sisters and brothers out there. They brainwashed her. Mm-hmm. She went to prison. She got out of prison. Her attorney was a gentleman named F. Lee Bailey.
From
From
the OJ trial.
Yep. Anyways, that was her attorney. And anyway, she spent 7 years in prison. Hearst was imprisoned at the Federal Correctional Institution, Dublin, California. She suffered a collapsed lung in prison, the beginning of a series of medical problems. She underwent emergency surgery. This prevented her from appearing to testify against the Harrises on 11 charges. She was held in solitary confinement for security reasons. She was granted bail for an appeal hearing in 1976 on the condition that she was protected on bond. Her father hired dozens of bodyguards. Anyways, her bail was revoked in 1978 when her appeals failed and the Supreme Court declined to hear her case. The prison took no special security measures for her safety until she found a dead rat on her bunk on the day when William and Emily Harris were arraigned for her abduction. Anyway, she stayed in prison. President Jimmy Carter commuted Hearst's federal sentence to the 22 months served, freeing her 8 months before she was eligible for a first parole hearing. Her release on February of 1979 was under stringent conditions, and she remained on probation for the state sentence. She recovered full civil rights when President Bill Clinton granted her a pardon on January 20th, 2001, his last day in office. 2 months after her release from prison, Hearst married Bernard Lee Shaw, a policeman who was part of her security detail during her time on bail. They had 2 children, Julian and Linda Hearst Shaw. Hearst became involved in foundation helping children with AIDS and was active in other charities and fundraising activities. But anyways, everybody needs to look up Patty Hearst. It's a remarkable case. Remarkable. She ended up becoming an actor. She done some films, so it's pretty interesting. She was in Pauly Shore's Biodome. She was in Pottersville, and a bunch of other shit I've never heard of.
Oh, Patty Hearst.
She was on an episode of Fraser Crane's Day Off. So anyways, she now shows dogs, Shih Tzus, and she's won a couple of the big Westminster Kennel dog shows.
Good for her. You can turn it around.
But for her dad was worth a ton of money.
Right.
I mean, a ton of money. I'm trying to think of look up and see exactly what he was worth. But he was worth a lot of money. And his family owned. There's a big castle called the Hearst Castle that's in California, somewhere in the Napa Valley. And it just didn't look like anything else you would see out there at the time. Big money, rich kid, did get kidnapped and then sold her soul to them people. So anyways, yep, her dad's name was William Randolph Hearst. He's a pretty interesting cat to look up also.
Good. Interesting stuff.
Yep. So anyways, if anything, holler at us. We appreciate you. Thank you for listening to us. God bless you and have a great day.
Goodbye.